Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to PupCast, episode number 8. I am BC Canada, your host with the most. I was not here last week. I was a little bit sick, but I'm back again. I make top 10 videos, play on Tears for Spheres Miners team, and of course, host your PupCasts. Joining me, my co-host, as always, is Fender. Fender, give him a little intro.
What's up? I'm Fender, captain of the Whitecaps MLTP team. I make the record books and all that content stuff. That's me. Okay,
very nice. Joining us today on the episode are Spjork and Abe. Let's start out with our Western friendo, Spjork. For those who don't know who you are, if they somehow did not watch that Super Bowl, who are you?
Triggered. I am the captain for Tears for the Spheres this season, and I was the Super Bowl 10 MVP.
Abe, I think you know a little bit about that Super Bowl. Who are you?
Abe Lincoln, member of the Thundercats this season. I lost the Super Bowl in season 10 to Spjork, and I'm pretty washed now, but I'm doing some streaming for miners. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, your streams are pretty good. I remember watching it.
Oh, thanks, man.
From the Lord streamer himself.
It's a good compliment.
Yeah. I don't give out compliments very often, but you got in. Anyways, this episode we are going to be making some predictions for the last week of the regular season for MLTP, and then we're going to be looking at each team's playoff chances, how they're looking going into playoffs, and then close it off with a little bit of a discussion around the idea of interconference matches in MLTP. So I guess we'll start off with predictions. We haven't done these for a week or two. I think 2 weeks we haven't done it for.
We did on week 5, but we didn't go over them. Then we didn't get the guest predictions, so we're slacking.
Okay, let's just pretend like we didn't even do them.
yeah. Alright.
So, okay, first matchup is... you linked that sheet, right?
Yeah, Liberty Caps versus Orlando Roller Bears.
Oh, there we go. Liberty Caps versus Orlando Roller Bears. I gotta take the Liberty Caps sweep.
Ooh,
Bold.
Yeah, can't say I agree. Going with the Orb sweep. You know, Orb lost last week to Thundercaps, as Abe would know, but I thought they'd do a little better, but nah, they're still a good team.
And we'll have Abe do the Eastern predictions for us.
I'm going to take Liberty Caps on Emerald. That's the first map, right? The Emerald Pilot.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Liberty Caps on Emerald, because I think CB's really, feel like he'd be really good at Emeralds, but then I think Roller Bears and Toasty will lead them to victory on Pilot. They're not going to want to limp into playoffs like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. CB was massive last week at like 90-something tags.
Yeah, CB's a beast.
He's been huge this season. Yeah, so I'll start off the next one. Thundercaps versus Mean Team. Ooh, this is actually a really good matchup. I am gonna go Thundercaps sweep because of the whole Mean Team not being a single playoff team. And we'll see if that continues.
I'm saying it's definitely going to be a sweep, but I have no idea who's going to win it. So I'm just going to go with my team, Thundercaps. It's like if we win the first game, they're just going to throw the second one.
Yeah.
Just gotta tilt them.
I'm going to make it 3 Thundercap sweeps. Team Shirley has imploded already, so...
The bandwagon. Or just what can you do?
What can you do, though? Okay, last matchup, Degrees of Freedom versus Boost and Dynamo. Abe, what are you looking at here?
That's a Boost and sweep. I think Degrees of Freedom are pretty underrated with the new guy, but I feel like Intercest is going to make the Degrees of Freedom defense looks silly.
Yeah, it's hard to see Degrees of Freedom taking a game on this one, so I'm gonna have to go with the same.
Yeah, I would want to say the same, but I do agree that DOF, I think DOF are pretty good. It's pretty tough. I'm gonna go DOF will take game 1 on Emerald, and then BB will take game 2. Yeah, alright. And then to the west. Aristocaps versus Smurballs.
That is a Murballs sweep. Easy.
Easy, yeah. Yeah, I think Aristocaps don't have anything to play for, so I think the Smurballs are kind of fighting for their playoffs. Short?
Yeah, I think it'll be a Murball sweep. Aristocrats just seem like they haven't really been trying after they were knocked out of playoffs. And Murballs need a sweep to stay in playoff contention, so they're going to be playing hard.
Then we got All Caps versus Holden Gates. That's another really good matchup. Okay. I'm gonna go Holden Gate on game 1 and All Caps on game 2. Good. So you've got to say short.
I think it'll be an all-cap sweep. Holden Gate definitely has a chance. I think Neon's probably the best defender in the league, and then Ballgood's really good. But All Caps are just a really good all-around team, and Holden Gate's not going to have Ego to play for him this week, so their second defender will be a little iffy.
Oh, he's not playing out of it.
I think he'll be there, but I don't think he gets that good a sweeping, even though he's like sort of a sphere player.
Yeah, I thought he was in like Iowa or something.
Yeah, I think he still gets like 70 ping, so.
Okay.
Okay, well, this is an easy Holden Gate Warriors sweep. Ballgod and Yak are the elite offensive pairing. And Neon's the best defender in the game, so.
What can you do? They're insane. Yeah, and then the last matchup, we got Boats and Holes versus Tears for Spheres. Spjork, what are you saying about your own team?
I think this one's a tier sweep. Boats and Holds is going to struggle without BDL.
No BDL? Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think this one's going to be a sweep. I know this one's going to be a sweep.
No Tears?
Of course.
Of course. That'd be silly otherwise. Alright, well, this is very Tears biased in my opinion, but I'm gonna go Boats and Holds, sweep, just to screw with you guys.
Are you trying to lose the predictions?
That's a thinker.
So what can you do? Alright, we got our predictions set in for week 7. Let's see how those go. Who knows?
I'm going to win.
Really not.
I'm ahead by 2.
That's a thinker.
That's not a thinker. I'm just really good at Take Pro.
Nah, you're bad.
Okay. What do we got here? We have MLTP teams. Okay. So do we want to start with the East or the West?
Let's start with these. Because I think playoffs already kind of decided for them. Just not the seeds.
Wait, are Thundercaps and Moom Team both tied? Wait, and Boostin are all tied for first?
Yeah, we're all tied.
It's a huge tie.
Holy, so wait.
If we sweep, you automatically get the 1 because we have the tiebreaker versus boosting. I think. Yeah, if you definitely do.
How important is first seed?
Not really that important in this playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, this is I think like these 4 Eastern teams has got to be like the closest top 4 in a while.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I mean, we'll see how Mean Team like continues to do. There's some speculation But like, at least it's pretty considered. The consensus that us Booston and Roller Bears are like somewhat equal.
Yeah, my opinion of the East is like Thundercats and Booston are the top 2 teams, and then Meme Team and Roller Bears are the next 2. But like, there's no team that really stands out as like better than any of the others. I could see. I mean, if it stays like it is, I could see the Roller Bears beating Thundercats, and I just don't think there's any team that's like ahead of the pack, really.
Yeah, it's hard to call a favorite.
Yeah, I agree. So it's we'll probably start off with just I guess the bottom to the top really. So like start off with like Liberty Caps. I mean, they're already out. They have I guess this is where people kind of predicted they would be. Not making playoffs. But they kind of turned up a little bit near the end of the season. With the did they make a trade for someone?
I don't think so.
Degrees of Freedom?
No, Liberty Cap. I thought they
Liberty
traded
Caps?
someone.
No, I don't
Maybe
think so.
that was probably my mistake. Whenever they set their lineup with CB, Danis, and Fatal, and who's the other offender? Frozen, that's right. Whenever they set that up, they became better in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I don't want to like criticize CB's draft because like I don't think any of the players he drafted are bad, but I think CB might very well be like the best player in the East at this point. But he keeps missing playoffs, which is too bad. He doesn't get enough appreciation.
yeah.
He's definitely up there.
Like he's really good. He's so good at offense and defense too.
Yep.
He drafted a bunch of individually good players. Didn't really work out.
I think the team I'm most like scared of is probably Roller Bears, even though we just swept them. Like I don't know, going up against Toasty might just be me, but it's crazy, like intimidating. It's so weird. Like after playing against him for a while, I'm like I don't even try to tag him anymore. I know I'm just gonna miss.
Yeah.
But like I think if Franj can step it up a bit, that could be so difficult to beat.
You should.
I've seen. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I think they're like a hard team to figure out because on paper they should be really good. Like I thought they were going to be the best Eastern team at the start of the season, but they just haven't really been performing. It seems like.
Yeah, I don't think him and Franj and Toasty have quite figured it out on offense yet. Like their chemistry just wasn't really there. Like I don't really know much about their defense because I don't play offense, but I guess they're good.
Yeah, I'm still kind of backing them to be. Like I said, they would go to the conference final, and I kind of believe that. I still believe. I think they're a really solid all-around team, even if they haven't really figured it out yet. But I guess they are a little inconsistent because they've either swept or swept. Gotten swept or swept. They haven't split anyone yet. But,
yeah, like I'd hate to say their result against it was Butts and Holds they swept. Like I'd hate to say that's a fluke, but it just seems like they haven't really done well against anyone else. That was a good team.
Yeah, I mean they swept Mean Team too.
That was without okay then though, so it was kind of an asterisk, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, I got put by the Mervs and Thundercaps. They swept Degrees of Freedom and then got swept by Boost in the first week, so it's hard to pin down how they'll do.
Yeah, they're definitely a tough team to figure out.
Same with Meme Team, to be honest. I have no idea how Meme Team hasn't run away with the East. I guess LeBron's washed is what I hear. I haven't seen much of him. But like on paper, LeBron O'Kathan's ridiculous. Especially with the offense in the East, like this round. This season.
Yeah, one thing I noticed from like watching O'Kathan's stream of their comms, it just seemed like their defense wasn't really communicating very well, and they weren't like telling the offense what they needed to do when they were coming into base. Because it seemed like watching, I was like, oh, this is going to be a cap for Mean Team. And then it ended up not being a cap. So I think the defense is probably the weakest defense in the East, and that's the reason they're not running away with it.
That's probably it.
Doesn't Cynical have the 10D gasp?
It's
I think
because
it's because of the KD. He figured out that KD is like weighted way too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He has an
Yeah.
8.7 KD.
It's like, what is it, like 3 times mine, and I'm in second.
It's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Yes.
It needs to be reworked.
He consistently gets 0 gas and 10 G gas like every week.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it kind of makes me mad, but
Yeah.
the whole gas formula probably needs to be reworked.
Yeah, it's definitely broken, at least for defense, at least.
Mhm,
Like, KD
yeah.
is weighted way
Yeah.
too big.
Yeah. So, but yeah, all to him, I guess.
Who's their other defender other than
Yeah,
Cynical?
Sinatra.
Oh, Sinatra, right. I always forgot who that guy was, who, like, he changed his name, and I forgot who he was before.
Weedle.
XX,
Yeah.
Lord
Yeah,
XX.
he seems a little.
Did he?
washed,
Yeah. Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's hard when you're playing with like LeBron McKellen. You get reamed for every
That's true.
mistake.
Cynical was the only one to play really last season, right? Kind of. The kid then got banned after the first week.
Yeah, I believe so.
LeBron and then Sinatra didn't play, so maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows? But yeah, their comms are good.
I mean, the stream's pretty fun to watch, but
Yeah.
It's entertaining, but
Mm-hmm.
as far as like,
sport.
yeah, as far as like winning Tech Pro, their comms are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look historically, no toxic team has like ever won.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like they don't want to win that much.
Yeah,
Or, like, I feel like they want to win, but they don't really want to win.
it's like they're scared of losing, so they decide not to try too hard.
Yeah,
Like,
so
it's
then-
finally when they lose.
Exactly, and then that's a pretty easy, like, excuse for losing. Like, oh yeah, we didn't even practice, we don't actually care.
I think they care. It's just when you have like toxic personalities together on a team, whenever like something goes wrong, then it just goes really wrong and it's hard to recover. So
Yeah.
when they play against good teams, then you really see them struggle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They start tilting and it spirals and keeps getting worse.
Yeah, I feel like if they go down early, it can just be all over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. Booston, they're kind of like quiet, good.
Yeah,
I definitely did not realize that they're tied for first.
Yeah. That's
Like,
kind of how it was.
that really surprised me.
Like after this week, they got like they swept or something, and then they ended up being 5 for us. I was like, oh, they're doing really well this season.
I think Intercest is like incredibly good.
yeah, it's so hard to catch him out of position. He's
Yeah.
literally always in the right spot. It's unbelievable.
I think he's the best offender in the East.
Yeah, I think just like all around play. Like he's
Yeah.
not that intimidating, like grabbing and juking wise. Like the people who are better. Like he's good. The people who are better. But he's just so positionally great.
Yeah, he definitely makes his team better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is on there? We got D-Star. He's done pretty well. Nothing too amazing, I guess.
Their defense is really good though. CPP and RB.
Yeah, I like them.
The most solid like pairing probably.
Mm-hmm.
They're both really very good.
Yeah, I played against him week 3, and I think it was probably just the ping advantage, but they weren't really that scary. But we were getting a lot of rub grabs off of them, which is usually a ping thing.
Yeah.
But they definitely seem like a pretty solid pair on Radius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of them are too like statistically out there. They're all pretty average, like 7 or 8 gasps in their respective fields. But I think Game of Fist only has an 8.92 still gas, so but they're still doing really well. So I don't know. I think they'll do. It'll be interesting to see how they do in playoffs, especially if they get which seed they'll end up getting. The whole seeding is going to be kind of interesting. I guess both
Yeah.
matchups will be pretty close.
I think we'll probably, or they're like guaranteed a top 2 seed, right? Well, not if they lose, I
No.
guess, but yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna lose it. Wait, who did?
They play Degrees of Freedom.
Yeah.
So I think they're like pretty likely they're going to be a top 2 seed at least.
Yeah.
It'll just depend whether Thundercaps win or not, whether they get number 1.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really difficult to predict how the seeding will go.
Yeah, seeding like hardly matters, to be honest, because the pick band is like pretty irrelevant.
Yeah, that's.
Then like so even
Pick bands are relevant. Man, they put so much work into making that shit. What do you mean it's irrelevant?
yeah, I came up with an idea to make seeding more important, where the pick band was different, like based on what seeds it was. Like if it was a 1v4, like the 1 seed would get more of an advantage. When it was 2 versus 3, I think okay, that might have that too actually. So it'd be like more incentive to get the 1, for instance.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they did like, if you're the 1 seed, you just got to pick like the 3 maps you play on or something. Or something like that. I mean, you could probably think it out in more detail, but like give a big advantage to the 1 seed.
Yeah. Because like the regular season was so relevant for a while. Like it was pretty clear that Liberty Caps and Degrees of Freedom, was in the East, were going to be out. Like
Yeah.
from the get go. That's what most people think.
Yeah, especially in the East. The 4th seed was a little up for grabs until last week, but
Seems like Liberty Caps can make a run.
yeah, like Thundercaps, Mean Team, and Booston were pretty confident that they were going to make playoffs from early on.
Yeah. In the West, though, seems like definitely going to matter more because there's still a spot up for grabs, right? It's just Aristocaps are out, and then everyone else has got a chance.
It's basically Tears and Merballs. Merbs need to sweep, and Tears need to not get swept, essentially.
Okay. There, especially the seeding matters because, like, it seems like votes and holds and all caps are like the 2 best, pretty clearly, right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it depends on whether Holden Gate gets Hark back, though. I don't really know how that situation's going, but if Holden Gate gets Hark, then I think they shoot up to the Super Bowl favorites.
Wait, why would they be getting hurt?
He gets unbanned sometime. I don't really know.
It's a pretty cloudy situation. Yeah.
I feel like he probably shouldn't be allowed to play, but I don't know what's going to happen with that.
So, like, having a player not playing the regular season at all and this being a little, like, alone in the Super Bowl. Although I guess it's kind of what you did in season 10, but that was for other reasons, obviously.
Yeah, I mean...
That was obviously because you had to play because people couldn't make it. I feel like just, like, loaning someone up who hasn't played all season is kind of cheap.
Yeah, especially...
Kind of the LeBron situation last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they would have like adjusted this season after having it almost happen last season with LeBron.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think we talked about Thundercats yet. So you guys play Meme Team, man.
Meme Team, yeah.
Yeah. That'll basically just be.
I think that's going to be a pretty good. I think that match can be a pretty good indicator if how the playoffs are going to go. To be honest.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because like Meme Team's able to step it up. It's going to be really tough to stop them. But if they're just going to fold or if we play really well, then like we might be the favorites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know though. I feel like my team has a relatively low cap on how well we can play. Like I don't know. I don't think any of us can really take over a game completely, which might hurt us at some point. But like, I think we're always going to do solid. But I don't know how well. If someone else is playing really well, I don't know if we're able to step it up with them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you guys beat. Did you guys beat Meme Team the first time around?
Who?
Wait, did you? Wait, I know. I'm lost on this. Yeah, okay.
We've done well basically everywhere except interconference.
Right.
Yeah, I think Thundercaps and Booston probably had the toughest interconference schedule.
Yeah. Maybe to play all caps and then the best. Or then you guys on the series. It's tough.
Yeah. But
We've like dropped a random game here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys have done well. I think I would say at the moment you guys are probably favorites for the East.
yeah, but
So,
Thundercaps and Booston in my top two.
If I had to bet, I'd probably bet on ourselves, but it's not that much over 25%, to be honest.
Yeah, the East playoff race will be pretty close, I think.
That'd be exciting. Especially with the new big band system. That'll be interesting to see how that goes. But,
I don't know. I just have a sinking feeling me team's gonna like throw versus us. Because that's what they did season 10. It's okay then. And they're just gonna fucking ramp it up in playoffs. I don't know. Hunch I have. Maybe like saving something up.
So unpredictable. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
yeah.
I could actually very well see them doing that because this week has like no meaning for them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's a key position, but even then.
This week is like, maybe I throw because I think we're gonna do better against that team. It's gonna be the one seed.
But then what if they throw?
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be funny. I hope the game's going on at the same time.
Yeah, I know. You'll have the streams open in a
Yeah, exactly.
second monitor. Yeah.
Booston's winning.
I feel like they'll probably try to win because they want to prove to themselves that they can beat like some of the better teams in the East, and they're not just like beating up on the weaker teams.
Right. Yeah. So I think if they do get swept by Thundercats, then I don't think they'll make it past the first round of playoffs.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
If they lose, honestly, if they lose because they're obviously trolling the whole time, then
right, yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is,
they come and try and lose, then yeah, I think they're out.
the funny thing is, if we sweep them, then we're probably just going to play on the first round of playoffs, which is really weird.
Right. Yeah.
yep.
Because we're
And vice versa too, possibly.
Yeah, we're facing Liberty Cap, so they're probably gonna win. And then if Booston sweep to get the Freedom, they both go up. Booston will probably have top seed unless you sweep. So I mean, and Orlando would have third seed, and then the new team would be fourth. So you'd play them again first round.
Yep.
It's so hard to predict the seeding in the East.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's kind of you're still facing like a similar.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, it doesn't really matter all too much anyway. Should be good though. Exciting.
Yeah, I did not realize how close the East was. I'm kind of excited now to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna watch all the VODs from the streams. Be pretty hype.
Yeah. The West though, it's more kind of spread out, I guess. I guess you have the top three. It's kind of more of just a fight for fourth.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether Tears or Merballs make it in.
Mm-hmm. So who do you face? So you face Wilson Holmes?
Yeah, so I feel like Merballs will probably sweep because they play the Aristocrats.
Yeah, that's kind of a that's a tough schedule for you guys.
So it's basically up to Tears to just win a game against Boats and Holds.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, you guys just need like 2 points.
yeah, we just need
to.
to win, whether it's in overtime or regulation.
You're probably gonna need 3 points because I actually have a better captain than you.
Probably gonna be tough too, because I imagine Bolton Holtz is gonna be playing pretty hard because they'd probably rather play Merballs in the first round.
Oh yeah, they're gonna want the first seed, but they are gonna be missing BDL, so they're gonna be a little weaker. Yeah,
you guys will be on Sphere too, so.
Crippy is a pretty good substitute though, so they're not gonna be that much worse.
Has Crippy played any majors though?
No, this is gonna be his first week.
He's pretty washed. He's definitely pretty washed.
It's hard to tell because he has been playing on Origin and Radius. this whole season, which he doesn't get good ping too. But yeah, it's most likely going to be a lot easier than BDL.
Yeah. That should be a good game. Be exciting.
Yeah, it'll be.
I can see you guys pulling out a win.
I think we will, but we definitely should have won on constriction last week against Holden Gate, and we just threw the game away. We wouldn't even need a win coming into this week, but oh well.
Yeah. Because I think Mobile is a pretty good team themselves. I'm surprised they're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they're that well.
Yeah.
Ibis is really good, but
it's just the monster.
the rest of their
like lost. No.
not really.
Yeah, I didn't really buy that. I'm surprised.
The rest of their team is just kind of mediocre though. Genesis is like okay for her first major season, but she's not like amazing, and then their offense is kind of weak.
Yeah.
They definitely benefited from like a easier interconference schedule though.
Yeah.
Because I think they have like the best interconference record of any team, and they're fifth in the West. Yeah.
Easy East.
Yeah.
It's actually true.
Easy Sphere wins.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Maybe Aristocrats will be able to steal a win from them.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I don't think if Aristocrats have that bad of a team. I'm so surprised they're doing that bad.
Who's their offense nowadays?
G-Man and Divas, which I guess isn't really anything special. But,
Their defense is pretty bad. Like Slide is super washed.
That's weird.
Yeah.
He did really well last season.
I thought Dullet quit or something.
No.
I think he just didn't make it a priority, and like during finals he didn't play, and then I don't know whether he played last week or not, but I think he's like back home now, so his ping is worse. Who knows?
Because they have 5 people who have like 40 minutes on their team.
Yeah, they play the
majors.
minors team once a week against the main team.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
I can definitely see him. Taking a game because Marvel's offense is kind of weak. But like their defense could still do decent.
We'll see how it goes. Overall, it's pretty exciting to see who gets the 4th spot in the end.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be tears. Let's go.
Surely.
Easily.
Early tears.
My man Goober. Oh.
And then all caps versus Holden Gate. That's kind of it's just seeding really.
Yeah, I feel like all caps are gonna win easily. Probably even blow them out. They just have like a really solid team all around, and they play really smart as a team. And then
that's a testament to the screen for sure.
Yeah, they're really good about playing anti, and just it seems like they have good comms, even though I haven't really listened to them. But their offense also is just insane.
Yeah.
Like Milky and Ball Don't Lie are the perfect for each other, I think. And even though Neon is really good, he can't do it all himself. So I think
I think you'd have trouble finding any defense that could really shut down Bottom Line Milky.
Yeah, it's impossible to shut down Milky when he's got a good support offender.
Yeah, I think B&H did do it whenever they played. They did really well taking them down, but I mean overall, I think that's probably the best offensive pairing in the league.
Yeah, I thought their defense would be weak, but Ishii's gotten a lot better. As of this season,
he's really solid. Yeah, and
it's hard to get by.
Side is like a good team player, even if he doesn't have the best mechanics. So it's actually a pretty solid defense.
I think he was really undervalued still, but
Oh, going for 5 was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
when I saw Bottom Line go for 86, I was like,
Their
it's
defense
probably
is
worth
tough.
around that amount, but they're going to have trouble building a defense. And then they get like 2 of the better Eastern defenders,
Yeah.
I think. And yeah, the draft went really well for them.
Yeah. I could see them going to the Western Finals and
Yeah,
they have a good shot for the New York Super.
the only thing that is kind of a question mark for him is Ishii can have a tendency to tilt when he plays against like good teams. So
Yeah.
if he can like control himself, then all caps are probably. I think we'll definitely go to the Western Conference Finals and probably even the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would pick them to go to the Super Bowl as of now.
Has Milky been lagging? Because somebody brought up lagging like a week or 2 ago. I'm just not sure if that's like a constant thing or not.
I know like we scrimmed them once, and then after like 1 or 2 scrims, like Milky said he was lagging and just quit. So he might lag on Sphere, but
Yeah.
or maybe just everywhere.
I didn't see him in Radius pubs like a shit ton last like week. Just interesting. I don't know, maybe he's practicing Radius or something.
Yeah.
He seems fine.
Other servers are dead. What can you do?
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
It's actually unreal. There's like 17 games on Radius and 3 on Centra.
Then like 2 on cord, 1 on diameter,
Yeah.
like every other day.
Yep.
What can you do? But yeah, be crazy if Milky and Bottom Line could go to a second Super Bowl.
I think they can.
Yeah, they
I
have
don't-
a chance, but I mean, Boats and Holds is going to be a really tough opponent, and
Yeah.
I think they swept them in the regular season, right?
Boats
and Holds did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually surprises me, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
I was surprised too, but I mean, Boats and Holds is obviously a really good team. They just have an insane amount of like skill and talent on that team.
A lot of depth.
Oh yeah, like
They have like 6 lineups, like because they've started like Hat and Swerve have played the whole season, and then they've kind of swapped out with Have Mad, Dad, Stan, and Tricky.
yeah, I think they're gonna be a lot better now that it seems like they've stuck with Have Mad and Hat as their offense.
Yeah.
Have Mad is really good. He's really good at juking, and Mr. Hat is obviously really good. He's got like, does he still have the 10 T-Gasp?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and he's just really good at holding, and I think any defense is going to have trouble with that offense.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Thad and BDL are also a really strong defense. So
Yeah, it's hard to. I don't know. I don't know how that would go, really. I think, I mean, they'll probably finish as the first 2 seeds, so I think they'll probably make it to the conference finals.
yeah, they'll probably get the 2nd seed after they split with us in all cap sweep.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, I think I would be pretty surprised, honestly, if the conference finals was anyone but Boats and Holds in all caps.
Mm-hmm.
provided Holden Gate gets
Yeah.
hurt. Sure.
If Holden Gate gets Hark, like a defensive Neon and Hark would just be ridiculous.
Is
Like
Hark even good?
I've scrimmed against him this season, and he's pretty good still.
How can you scrim? He's banned.
I guess
Asian.
maybe it
Put
was
the ban
someone
in.
else. It was a different symbol, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's just a really smart defender, and he also has good comms, so he'd pretty much fail all the weaknesses Holden Gate has if he was able to come back.
Right. Yeah. Those would be really 3 kind of super teams. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I think overall the West is a good amount stronger than the East this season. But that could just be my bias.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, it's kind of tough to call to see which one's better. But Fatal made that one like table of interconference play, right? I don't remember who was on top.
Yeah, it was West. But
Was it West?
yeah,
Maybe it's the whole Spjork thing that interconference has.
I think the big thing is the Origin teams are really strong this year, and the past couple seasons, like, they haven't been.
Right.
Like, it's basically been like one Origin team was decent, and then the rest were bad. Whereas this season, like, boats and holds and all caps are just super strong. And then Sentra is a little weaker, but not by that much.
Yeah, the Origin teams, both of them are just so like, they have their 4 players or more that are really solid, which I think is hard to find in the East.
Yeah. I think that's part of the reason why the East is a little weaker, is because a lot of good players that could play on Eastern teams are on the Origin teams.
Yeah. I think typically the difference between the East and the West in past years has been like, the West might be deeper, but the East is like really star players. Like I can have like Grief and like and on high and LeBron in his prime and stuff. But like no one's really taken over this season.
Right.
And, like, I think just like solid team play has really been more rewarded.
Yeah. I think
like
sorry, you go.
No, you go, Fender.
I was looking at the like award prediction tab, and I was looking through, and it was kind of hard to find like a top tier like Eastern or like defender or offender, and like go by D Gazio, cynical. He's not, but he's like a CB Iron K, and they're all kind of like evenly matched in my head.
Yeah, right. We're all good.
Yeah.
No one's taken over.
Right, yeah. Like no one's like so far above the other. So it's hard to name one.
Yeah, I think Inner is like easily the best Eastern offender, and he's in the conversation for the awards, but I just think like I don't think he'd beat out Hat or
It's hard to like. I don't think Inner's gonna get an award because like it's hard to understand why he's so good unless you play against him.
Yep, I mean awards are usually just who was on the better team and like who was the best player on the better team.
Yeah, and it's just like flashy plays go into it.
Yep,
it's hard to tell like watching a stream. Like, damn, that's a really good play, even though like it looks like it was kind of obvious.
Yeah, like Neon for the West, like he doesn't really make that many flashy plays, but he's just so consistent and like impossible to juke, and he's just really good at keeping the flag in base, and it's not really rewarded in the stats as much as like going super aggressive and getting a lot of returns is.
Yeah, I think like good tag pro, especially for defenders at this point, has evolved to like good stats isn't really equivalent to like good point to that's playing.
Yeah, for sure. I'd agree.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up that. So we're going to talk about the interconference play and just kind of the whole controversial part of that. So, yeah. Abe, do you have something to say about that?
Yeah, sure. And obviously, I've been like kind of biased on this since the season 10 Super Bowl, but like I think it's kind of unfair in a certain way. Or like the Centra teams, they're hardly actually Centra teams because they play 5 out of their 7 games on Sphere. So like, even though there's like very few Sphere players, like there's just so little incentive to draft anything but Sphere players. And obviously that gives them a huge advantage in their conference in the Super Bowl if they make it there. Whereas like Radius teams, you want to draft like as far east as you can because all your games, or most of your games, are in Radius, except for the interconference games. But then like you get to the interconference games and like you have an all Radius team going against like a Centra team that has 2 Sphere players on it, and you're basically fucked.
Right, especially with like the Eastern teams that use like Euros.
Yeah, you can't draft Euros.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they just won't do well in majors. Yeah.
So obviously, I'm praying that an Origin team makes it out of the West if I make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
even if they're better.
I think that's fair that like center teams with sphere players do have a slight advantage, or even like it's definitely an advantage to have sphere players, but the thing is like there's not really enough sphere players to have a different solution. It's like the only like really good sphere player is Ball God, and then like I'd say like I'm average at best, and then Dalek is like around there, or he's not like a top player at all. And like we're the only sphere players in majors right now, so it's kind of an unfortunate situation, but there's not really a better solution, or I don't see one at least.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's just like nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, it's just kind of hard finding a compromise. What would the next best compromise be? Like one game on, or one half on Sphere, one on Origin, I guess?
I mean, the way to make it perfectly fair in theory is to just change all the server splits to like, if it was radius for Centra, do one game radius, one game Centra, but no one actually wants that.
Yeah,
that's just stupid.
Then you just get like two low quality halves to
Yeah, you get two low quality halves. One's like 9-0 and one's 8-0. It's like, alright, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a difficult situation overall, really.
I think one thing that would like improve it would be to like increase the number of teams, because then you'd have Centra teams would play on Centra more often, and they'd also have to like they'd be more likely that they'd have to play a Centra team in playoffs. So like they can't really sphere ball too hard because you still gotta win on Centra.
Yeah, I think more teams is definitely a good solution, because then you'll have like more sphere players who are good enough for majors. Then there'll be like more of a like sample size, obviously. So
I guess that's kind of how it is in MLTP right now. We play everyone in our. There's no conferences. There's just 4 divisions, and we play everyone in our division twice. So we're playing like 6 of our games on Centra, and then 3 in our conference games.
Yeah, you have to have a longer season to do that, though.
Yeah, we have 9 weeks, so it's kind of hard to fit.
I feel like MLTP probably won't go to a longer season anytime soon. Yeah. I think people like the shorter seasons, and
I think 7 weeks is a good length.
Yeah, definitely has its disadvantages though, especially with the servers. Like with 6 teams in each conference and only like 7 weeks, it's hard to come up with an actually like allocatedly efficient solution with servers.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely a little unfair, but I don't think makes that big of a difference. And
in the end of the day, it's not like a deciding factor for that many games.
Yeah.
Like obviously, it's annoying for me to go against Spjork when he's got like 40 better ping than I do, and he's already a great player. But
yeah, I can see that.
Because like I know I have no chance of like ever. Like he's gonna get rub grabs all day.
Yeah, and it can also be annoying as a sphere player when like whenever you play well, like teams will always just like play it off like it's just he's only good because of the ping and stuff, when there's really no other way for me to like prove that I'm actually a good player and I'm not just getting a ping advantage every week.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard for you to earn any actual recognition because like there'll never be an even playing field. So
yeah.
We need to all pitch in and buy Tag Pro new servers.
True. Hey, if I play the Super Bowl on Sphere, I already said I'm flying out to Texas. No joke.
No joke.
That'll be funny.
I'll stay with Spjork. We'll play against each other.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
LAN party.
We'd be in the same room. I'd just look over at Dave's screen.
I'm creepy. He stopped.
Yeah. Back in season 10, Dalek and Tech Soccer, they played in the same room for like the playoffs. I don't think they like cheated or anything, but it was just funny how they like met up to play. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that happened.
Fun fact.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Another reason it's tough to get a solution is because like there's just an insanely large amount of Radius players compared to everywhere else. I think like if you combine all the other servers, it's still less than Radius, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's like even if like you take the Origin players, it's still like a little bit more Radius than like Origin, Sphere, and Centra combined.
Yeah, Sphere's gonna have like majors or Radius players going to the West, stuff like that. That screws things up sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're just under an hour. Pretty good. Pretty good. It'd be really cool if we actually had, like, legit servers and didn't have to worry about this. Like, if this is like you had to like pay to play Tag Pro and like they could actually fund real servers.
I'm down to chip in like a few bucks if I know they'll actually like put it to good use.
Yeah, what do the donations even go to?
I have literally no idea.
I thought they were for running the servers, but
It's Lucky's vacation fund.
the thing he does in his off time funds what he does in his off time.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if ping just wasn't an issue and everyone got like 40 or less.
It's just a huge issue, just like the game of Tag Pro in general.
Oh yeah.
Like the slightest ping difference is huge, like because of the level the play has gotten to.
Definitely.
Like micro grabs and jukes.
Yeah, any online game that's taken seriously has like they like fly them out to do like important games like in-house and the LAN or something.
Yeah, where's the in-house?
Yeah, for real.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
I'm still waiting on the first team to start a gaming house. It's coming.
I feel it.
I told all my teammates they're welcome to my house to play a game. Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting until like a year or two. Type really takes off, gets a few million players.
Yeah, just wait for Tabco next. It'll save everything.
Normalized movement. PBT, they like launched Type Next for like a day that one time.
Yeah.
They put into the games.
Yeah.
And just like haven't heard anything about it since.
Well, yeah, they said that they're not making it anymore.
That's what happens.
Yeah, they said that they're discontinuing any work on Tag Pro Next, and 100% of their focus is going on Tag Pro. Can't you tell? Like, yeah, I really think that like working on Tag Pro Next is our pretty much only chance to get big in anytime soon. But
I don't see why. Like, if you're gonna put Type Pro Next on Steam, I don't see why you can't put the original on Steam.
Just toxic community. That's the issue.
yeah, they're gonna like vote brigade it and it'll get taken off.
Let's just all be toxic to the point where we all leave, and then a whole new community can find this game and hopefully do better.
What if they release a version where if you've like played Tag Pro for a minimum amount of hours, it like puts you in a different it puts you in a different game, and so all the new players get put in like the new Tag Pro, and then we all think that we're like in the new Tag Pro, but we're not. We're just playing against each other.
Just like quarantine us.
Yeah.
Or the corner, they have the wholesome games. We're just dying in toxicity.
Just run as like a social experiment, just like completely with like, completely different players and see what happens.
That would actually be so cool.
Like come up with the same strats.
Holy shit, wait, that's actually so cool.
We need this to happen.
That's actually so cool.
How would they play the game? Just show them on Tag Pro for a week, see what happens.
Some dude figures out some new strategy that's like really good. Why didn't we come up with that?
How did we not think of that? It's just, it had to be new.
what if that's happening right now? Our donation money is going to fund Lucky's crazy ass experiments.
Yeah. It's already going on.
Anyways, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you, Abe and Spjork, for coming on this week. It means a lot to us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for doing this podcast in general. There's really no content.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan.
Making content's pretty hard, not gonna
The
lie.
only one that makes content. What can you do?
Nice content.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Thank you, man. Fender, what do you even do? You write fucking books.
What the? I have my record book on my claim to fame.
You're an author?
Author? Is he actually an
What?
author?
Yeah, he's an author.
What do you mean I'm an author?
You write books, don't you?
Holy. The record books.
Oh.
I read them all. Except for MLTP.
You should start writing some Tag Pro fan fiction, Fender. I'd read it.
Oh boy.
Or
Yeah, you're definitely still missing some season 10 stats on there, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I need to. I'm missing a bunch of weekly stuff.
Yeah.
you're such a
One
bad
day.
author.
One day it'll be 100% accurate.
You're a scuffed content creator.
Okay, that's a little harsh. Okay.
I'm gonna write a fan fiction. Yeah, there's like 3 girls to choose from.
What? Wait, what?
I mean, typically a fan fiction's gonna involve multiple genders. Well, not.
I'm so confused what you're saying.
Wait, what are you talking about?
What the? Never.
Explain
What kind
yourself.
of fan fictions are you reading? Mate?
Oh, you know the fucking. Mind. Have you guys read that massive Smash fan, the Super Smash Bros. Fan fiction?
No.
No.
Sorry, buddy.
That is Super Smash Bros. Right?
You're alone on that one.
Let me check that out.
There's actually a MLTP fan fiction
Yeah,
of
damn.
the type you're describing, Abe, if you ever want to check it out.
That was actually really well written, whoever wrote that. I forget. Is it Dance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dance right to all.
Okay, anyways, I need to end this before Abe finds whatever he's searching.
No, look at that. Super Smash Bros. It's like the longest piece of fiction ever written. It's a Super Smash Bros. Fan fiction.
Holy shit.
Do we want to stick around for this?
No.
Cut it off. Add up the last like 4 minutes.
Okay, well, do you guys got any last words?
Good last word.
Okay, yeah, nice.
The Thundercaps.
That's 2 words, but
You said last words.
I guess I said words, my bad.
I'll just say that Easy East is bad.
True.
Leave it at that.
Okay, good last words. Fender, you got anything to say?
Nah.
No, you don't. Okay.
Probably good.
Thank you all for watching. Make sure to check out our new website, which I will be linking in the Reddit post and the YouTube description, where the edited sound file for this episode will be posted, and it'll sound 500 times better than whatever this sounds like. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week.